Well, this is my latest transmitter for you YouTubers. This one takes an audio input, unlike many others I do on YouTube that has a microphone. Now this is a very simple transmitter to build. Anyone can build it, honestly. It's got a single transistor. It's only using 4 capacitors, 3 resistors, a variable capacitor and a 4-turn 5mm coil, and a 5-inch antenna. And I can get a range in my car about 400 metres with this, and it'll cover the whole house. And honestly, I could build this in 5 minutes. Let's show you how to build it. Here's our board. Next we need to cut it into shape.
Here's my part of the circuit board. We'll just put our small little squares in the corner of these. There's one. Two. Three. There we go.
Well, next we're just going to build up this very simple circuit board. What we're going to use is a bit of glue. Just glue these parts down. Alright, we've got them 4 in. There we go. Alright, next we're going to use a bit of flux and solder the pads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next we're going to fabricate our 4-turn coil. I'm using a 5.5mm drill bit. You can use between a 5 and 7mm. Very simple to make. 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, snip, Simple as that. There you go. There's our 5.5mm 4-tone coil. Well, this is all the parts that make up the transmitter. There's our circuit board we made earlier. There's the coil. The audio input. There's your battery connector. There's a small antenna. Very small antenna on this. There's your 3 resistors. And we've got our variable capacitor. Our single transistor, which is a BC338. Our 4 ceramic caps. And our sound input cap there. There we go, 14 parts. What a very, very simple transmitter. Should we build it? Well, the first thing we're going to install is the, as you can see here, the 4-tone coil. All in. Next thing is this variable capacitor. Very nice. Alright, the next thing we're going to install is the 470 ohm resistor. This is a very small resistor here. Next we're going to install and solder in this 10k resistor. Might have a job focusing that, but let's get it in. Next is the last resistor, which is the 27k. So we've got 3 resistors in there. The next thing to install is the 10N ceramic capacitor. That's it. There you go. Next is the second N ceramic capacitor. There you go. Get in there, not a lot left now. Well, next is this 10 PF ceramic capacitor. The rest of the capacitors you'll get away with using similar values. But this one's got to be 10 or very near. Let's get that in. There you go. That's that one. You've got to make sure you get this one the right way around. If you don't, you're going to run into a bit of trouble. Make sure you get the plus and minus correct. There you go. Alright, the next thing is, the most important part of this transmitter is the BC338 transistor. As you can see, I've shortened the leg. It's the collector leg. Bent the emitter and the base into shape, and what we can do, we can just tuck this under. I mean, you can put this in first, it doesn't really matter, like, but I'll just put everything else in. The transistor in last.
There you go.
Hold in. Well, we've only got one or two items left now. Next we're going to install the audio inputs. Obviously this is a mono transmitter, so you can use a mono input or stereo lead. You can just use the one channel. Let's get these out. Alright, the next thing we're going to install is the battery connector for our 9V PP3 battery. Let's put that in. There you go. Just got the antenna now. We're all done. Well, the last thing to install is this very small antenna, and that will go on the collector side of the transistor. Right, let's get that in. There we go. Our very small radio station is all complete. Let's have a look at it. Here we go. Very, very simple to make. Circuit board's extremely easy to make, 5-minute job. And also parts are very easy to get hold of. And this will have a transmission range. I've tested them before, exactly the same design. They're about 400 or 500 metres in a car. And it will cover the house with a standard radio, you know, standard FM radio. Fun to make. Next we'll be testing. We'll test the transmitter. Make sure it's functioning. Hope you enjoyed the build. Well, should we test it? Let's see if this very small, simple transmitter works. I'll zoom out a bit there so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, let's pop the battery on. Here's our frequency counter. You might have seen this in some other videos. Very cheap counter and extremely useful for these very small low power transmitters. So what we'll do, we'll pop, I'll turn it on. Oh, you can see it's picked something up. Yep, we are definitely working. Can you see that? Broadcasting on about 98.8 megahertz. Very good. Very good. Right, next what we'll do, we'll plug a sound input in and we'll test it. Great. Alright, we've got a sound input in there. I'm going to play a sound file. It's not going to be a music file because of very strict copyright rules within YouTube. So what I'm going to do is play a sound of the outside. Here's our frequency counter. Let's check what frequency we're on before we go upstairs. On about 102.5, something like that. There we go. There we go. Well, about 102.55. And that's playing a sound file I recorded on my Nokia phone. Not bad, is it? And believe me, for a very, very simple design, when you play music for it, it sounds amazing. For a single transistor, and you know, a complete transmitter using only what, 12 parts, was it? 12, 14 parts. The sound quality is astonishing. When it's only got a 5-inch antenna, and it goes 400 to 500 metres in my car. I listen to that sound. Well, hope you have a go and do one yourself. That's why I do these videos. There's my beast of a transmitter. That's my 100-watt transmitter, which I don't use because I don't fancy Ofcom kicking my door in and taking all my stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video.